Hello again, it's Gail here from Ornamentology. I'm carrying on with my series of little short vlogs about stuff that I've found and repurposed for my business. I'm actually today sat in my garden. You know, the weather is wonderful and, you know, we've not had to have a big coat on or anything. It's great. The wind chimes are tinkling in the background and I'm sat in my repurposed garden. I'm sitting on a bench that I managed to procure from we have a business here called Corrie, and they pick up stuff, you know, if people leave stuff and rubbish in the street, or you want big items collected that you can't manage, they come and collect them from your street. And this one particular day, in the back of their van, because I am a bit of a womble, back of their van was this bench, and it was beautiful. I mean, it's very shabby, but it was a good sturdy bench. And I said to the chap, "What, is that bench really going to landfill?" And he said, "Yeah, it is, love." And I went, "Can I have it? Can you sell it me, or can I have it, or can I borrow it on a permanent loan, or can it be in my garden?" And he said, I said, "I'll help you off the truck with it." And he went, "I'll get my mate to help me off the truck." And I said, he said, "I can't accept money." And I said, "But can you accept food?" And he kind of looked at me funny, and I said, "I happen to have in my possession a couple of packets of chocolate biscuits. How would that be for a swap?" So I swapped my bench, which is quite big, in my garden for a couple of packets of Kit Kat chocolate biscuits and a box of Jaffa cakes, and I think that's an absolute bargain. But anyway, we digress. I've done a few little shorts about hat stands, and I wanted to talk to you today about this hat stand. Well, actually, it's not a hat stand, it's quite big actually. I'm going to hold her longitudinally so you can see. She's very heavy. She's a 1950s or 60s wig stand, and she's got this very long arabesque neck, darling. It's very lovely. And she was golden for a long time. She started her life black. She was a black coloured thing all over. And then I made her into, and we're called her Gloria, because, you know, Gloria was quite a good name in the 60s, so it's Gloria, and she's very beautiful. And then when I did a bit of branding, I used again that Collins book of technical dictionary thing and some black paper, and sort of rewrapped her recently. But she was found this way up, how undignified, and all we could see in the skip was this bit, the upside down of her, and I thought, well, that looks interesting. I don't know what that is, but I'm having a rummage in there. So I went into the chap whose skip it was, knocked on the door. "Is that your skip? Yeah, do you mind if I take some stuff out? I'll leave it tidy. I'm that kind of skip raider." "Yes," he said, and I fetched her out. I mean, she was a bit battered and scabbied about, but she's beautiful, and this gorgeous arabesque neck, and when you get a hat on her, she looks absolutely spectacular. But you'll see in a previous video how I use little shards of this book to cover over and do coupage over her, and this here paper at the bottom, which actually almost looks leather-esque, is just ordinary paper that you get your fish and chips wrapped up in. I did print for a long time, and I made a deal with my local chip shop. He sold me a big bale of the chip wrapping up paper because it's good for mopping up and general stuff when you're printing. So I've got a big wodge of this, and since I'm not going to turn into a giant a chip shop anytime soon, I use that, and I paint it with just ordinary black acrylic paint, and just wrap it round and make it crease. It just looks like creased leatherette stuff, and it's quite lovely. I quite like her. So yeah, so she's gone from being Glorious Gloria to well, she's still Gloria, she's just not Golden Gloria now, but she comes all over the place. She travels up and down the land with me and has various hats and goggles and strangeness about her person, and she's been with us it's been with me now for quite some time. She was with me when I was an Us, and when I had when I had my business partners, she was with me then, and her service has been loyal. She hasn't ran off or retired or changed her mind and gone on to greater things. She's, bless her heart, she's stayed with me. So that's the story of Gloria. Thank you very much for listening. Bye bye now, and bye from Gloria.